Hello, Miss Girl. How are you feeling? Welcome to your post-lobotomy follow-up appointment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't remember getting a lobotomy, it's okay. You caught me in the middle of a series, so make sure you go watch my video. You're already married. You forgot. And I have a whole series in the playlist now in my channel. So you got some catching up to do before you get to have your lobotomy, much less your lobotomy follow-up, right? So anyway, a lot of y'all in the comments told me the lobotomy in my last video was exactly what you needed. You said I was speaking the truth. You said it helped you wake up even further to your power. And some of y'all, like I told you in the beginning of that video, did not survive the procedure. RIP level 1 bitches. But yeah, a lot of people got blocked. So just wanted to let you know, I love your comments. If you're a level 2 baddie and you're really feeling this and you're like, yeah, that was slay. And I'm going to let you know why. I'm going to let you know how I've been applying this and how it's been changing my life. Right? That's a good reason to comment. And not a good reason to comment is that you disagree with me or you think I have some tea to clock. Like, I'm Dr. Eve. You're here for the doctor. You coach your clients about that, okay? Right? I was kind of insulted. The person whose comment I so graciously answered beautifully, like I answered her question in my last video so perfectly, to the point where people in the comments were like, I had the same question and you really helped me lock it in. She DM'd me on Instagram and sent me 5 minutes of voice notes of tea that I should clock it myself and how I'm very wrong. Blocked. I'm strict. Okay? So, I just want to remind you, I love reading amazing comments and I love blocking level 1 bitches. Okay? All right, so I wanted to talk about nervous system regulation today because I'm realizing a lot of the difference between how people are receiving my teachings and my coaching even is like really dependent on where you're at in your nervous system regulation, which is very much like, a buzzword. So I wanted to explain it, and I want to explain it in the context of your marriage because overall manifestation, I'm not saying it's impossible if you're like, feeling dysregulated, but it's challenging. Whereas if you're feeling regulated, manifestation is really fun and easy. So I have a diagram that's been brewing as always, right? And I'm going to show you, based on good old Abraham Hicks emotional scale, how to evaluate where you're at with your nervous system regulation. And I'm going to tell you how manifestation happens from both levels. And I'm going to tell you a little story of how I manifested getting into an elite college on pretty much a full scholarship when I was 17 years old, before I ever knew about manifesting. So but I was real low on my nervous system regulation. So that'll be a story of hope that, like, yes, you can absolutely manifest. I didn't even know what manifestation was at the time. But the story will really illustrate to you, in sort of like outside of context of love situation, how you can absolutely manifest with a dysregulated nervous system, just like I was. Because if you're a spiritually woke level 2 baddie, you probably understand by now that we're always manifesting. Whatever's happening in here will happen in the world, right? So I wanted to start you off with a little diagram. Oh, I've been loving the image that's coming to my head. I'm really excited to show you. Okay, so, and then also, don't worry, hang in there. It's not just going to be about dysregulation. Once we finish my little story about college, I will show you also why manifestation is so powerful and so much easier if you can get to a regulated state. And I'll tell you, even if you're a good girl, I'll tell you a little bit about the work that me and my clients have been doing, because they're like available for the type of work and teachings that we're doing here, right? Okay, so if you're considering coaching with me at all, like, this is a good video just to evaluate yourself, right? And I won't talk too much about my coaching is this and this and this. There's a whole video called Interested in One-on-One Coaching. I would, if you are even thinking about it, watch all my videos, especially the ones with this type of background, and like, especially in the marriage series. And then make sure you watch that video, Interested in One-on-One Coaching, because I'm very strict. I don't just take people's money to coach them. I need the perfect clients, because it's all about having fun. And I don't like coaching level 1 bitches, okay? I don't like people that are gonna come in and just argue with me. So anyway, have you ever seen like the Abraham Hicks emotional scale, right? I really love the depictions of it as a spiral. A spiral. The only kind of spiral I'll allow, right? So, so I know I'm a very good artist, but like I'll go ahead and label the diagram for clarity. So down here is your negative emotions, your negative frequencies, like depression, doubt, right? I'm just going to put a sad face. And I'm not talking about like, you know, everyone feels a little sad sometimes. Everyone can have a moment where they're crashing out, right? Even us spiritual level 2 baddies. But I'm talking about your overall dominant state. I would say when I manifested my acceptance to my elite school, well, on full scholarship, I, most of the time, felt like this. But sometimes I did feel good, right? So, and the case study of Dr. Eve will really help you. It's going to be so good. And so then up down, or like here, I guess, this would be neutrality. This is like, you know what? I'm chilling. I'm content, right? On this side is like you're bored. I'm bored. On this side is like, I'm chilling. I'm ready for some magic in my life. This is a really good point. So if you're here or anywhere above, welcome to coaching, Miss Girl. We're going to have lots of fun, right? Like, because this is where the manifestation magic really happens. And you want to know why? It's because of what I told you in my last video, if you didn't die from the lobotomy, that it's not... Okay, I figured out a really good way to say this. Ready? Fun things don't manifest because you're good at manifesting. Fun things manifest because you're having fun. Replay it again. Smash that motherfucking like to confirm and drop it in the comments. Like, can we shake hands on that? That's the truth. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Ooh. Right, so anyway, this is like neutrality. I'm just gonna put like a kind of, oopsie, like a, you know, chillin'. Is that a good match? All right, and then I would say up here, let's make it the diagram very effective. Here I would say is like the frequency of fun. And honestly, down here, I'm gonna put fine. Like, I'm fine. I might be in a little bit of a bad mood, but I'm fine. I might be depressed overall, but I'm fine, right? Like, if you're down here, it's like when you call the doctor, if this is a medical emergency, hang up and call 911, yes? If this is your nervous system state most of the time, if you are like struggling with finances, you are stressed out by life, you cannot get yourself, like when I say you're the operant power and you decide your reality, you're like, stop fucking gaslighting me. Literally people are in my comments that are like, stop gaslighting people. And I just comment back, I'm the gaslight fucking girl boss. But you know what? I don't gatekeep. I'm the gaslight girl boss. This is how we fucking manifest. We gaslight your old awareness. We gaslight the virus so that you get your marriage that you want, right? Right? So anyway, up here, I would put, this is like your peak God state. This is like when you're doing psychedelics and you're like, oh, this is the fucking best anyone can feel. And you can't fucking live life all the time in the peak state. I had a peak state experience because I was crushing it so hard on my spirituality and my practice that I had spent a whole weekend in a peak state. And I was crying a lot because everything was so beautiful. It was moving me to tears. So luckily, we're not meant to stay in a peak state all the time. So I'm going to put peak. Oh God, I can't draw. This is supposed to be a big smile. Fun is like, yeah, we're having fun. We're having fun. Abraham said on Saturday, today's Wednesday, that in the conference I went to, that if you're feeling down here and you can just get to find everything, all your dreams will come true. But I don't really care for helping people get from here to up here, just because it's my YouTube. And now, before I knew it, I had a coaching business. I have 3 clients and I love them all. And like, I also have a career and a YouTube. So I have standards and I know what I'm good at. I'm really not the one when it comes to like, you want to cry about your old circumstances or you want to argue for your limitations, because I'm literally just going to sit there and I'm like, do you want the dude or not? Are you the operant power or not? We have to shake hands on that before you watch any of my videos or you do any coaching with me. Like, are you the operant power? Yes? Okay, let's go. If not, I don't know what to tell you. So I wanted to describe to you, like, along as we go here, you'll understand why it's so different. I was having this channeling session. I was like, why is it so hard to believe you're the operant power when your nervous system is dysregulated, right? This is an exact, frequency and nervous system regulation, I would say, are very parallel. So, like, as a reminder, let's write down the axiom of, like, why we're all here. Why you love my YouTube. Because I'm one of the only bitches on the planet, apparently, that really keeps you accountable to, I am the operant power and I decide. I wrote it out really neat and nice for you. Not my normal doctor handwriting. That's really messy. Because ultimately, like, let's kind of think about, do I want to do my university story first? No, I'll tell you really quick why it's difficult to manifest because this is just my pair of glasses. Level 1 bitches, I don't care to argue in the comments, okay? Level 2 bitches who agree with me, welcome. Smash that motherfucking like, right? And don't be afraid to comment, level 1 bitches. I will have a blast blocking you. Like, it's no problem. That's my favorite thing. I read through all the comments. I heart and respond to the ones I like, and then and I block the ones I don't. Like, that's the risk you take. If you leave a comment and I don't like it, it's some level 1 bullshit, you will never be able to watch a Dr. Eve video again. You'll be banned from the practice. Do you want that? No. Be good. Be good for Dr. Eve. Okay? I'm strict. So, when you're down here, you're struggling with money. You're like, I don't know how to pay the bills. I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills. I don't know how I'm going to feed my children. I don't know how I'm going to keep a roof over my head. I feel like every time I go to work, my boss sexually harasses me. And every time, like I don't know what's going on in your life, Miss Girl. I don't know, or I just have a lot of trauma and I can't stop thinking about it. It's like, honestly, nothing might be going on in your life at all. When I realized that I wanted to start my spiritual journey, it felt like this. This is the image. I think Abraham talks about this. It feels like for about 25 years of my life, I was drowning. Help me! Right? And then I just realized I'm in 2 feet of water and I can just stand up. And so this is my spiritual awakening. 6 years ago, I stood up and I was like, what the fuck was I freaking out about? The fuck, what? I'm the operant power. I create my reality. If I don't want to live stuff that dysregulates my nervous system, let me just have some fun and create differently. Right? So I was really good at manifesting when I lived with my parents and I had no bills and it was COVID and I had nothing to lose and I made a lot of money and I moved to Chicago on my own and I had a lot of fun with my new friends. And then when the fun of the new friends and the new apartment wore off and I had bills to pay and I wasn't consistently manifesting it in my old money virus brain, I was like, well, I've had a lot of fun, but it's time to work hard and really try to get some money. So then I started making myself miserable and I wasn't having any more fun. And I thought I'm not the operant power, so I don't get to decide that I can make money having fun. Then I started making less money. And then I got very stressed out. And then You know what? Maybe I won't even tell you my university story. I'll save it for another video. Long story short, I got into university. Again, let me just save it here. I'll tell you right now because I didn't want to leave you hanging. I was 17, never heard of manifesting before. Atheist, no higher power, total victim mentality. But I still had a belief deep down that I'm very smart, I get good grades, and there's no reason why I couldn't get into an elite college, right? So I manifested, right? I did my applications. I like, even though I had shit self-esteem and I was depressed, I was also neurodivergent. Meaning, and I wasn't treated back then. If you're not on meds, if you're still at the mercy of your untreated ADHD and autism and you don't have proper support, again, if this is a medical emergency, hang up and call 911, right? Get to here first. Get on your meds, get your finances in place, right? So yeah, anyway, so I got into my elite school on full scholarship because I believed that it was possible. And I also just was like, I'm really smart. Even though I'm depressed, I'm fat, ugly, stupid, and everyone hates me, I'm still really smart. And I can contribute to capitalism great. So I'm going to get into an elite school. Boom. You see how even though I was down here, I still manifested the thing. I still manifested a fun thing, right? Because ultimately, even though I was depressed as shit, it was really fun to think about how smart I am. And how useful to capitalism I will be back when I was a kid, right? That's all they tell you when I was growing up, at least, because I went to a very competitive high school. So everyone was assumed to go to college, and most people were assumed to go to a good school, like at least University of Michigan, right? For me, in my mind, University of Michigan was my safety school, and that's not a normal thing to think at all. But because I went to a high school where everybody was going to apply to UMich, and I knew historically, like 20% of the class would end up going to UMich, 10% would end up going to an elite school, and then the bottom 70 would just kind of mix around wherever. I knew there's 100 people in my class and I'm smarter than 10 of them. I can guarantee it. Like, wait, hold on. And I'm smarter than 10 of them and 90 of them. 90 of them. I'm smarter than 90 of them. I'm in the top 10 smartest people of my class. Did I have any basis to believe that? No, I was just full of myself back then. I just knew I get good grades. Why the fuck not, right? So even though I was depressed as shit, had low self-esteem, I still got into the school, right? And so going back to my story about like moving to Chicago. So I was having fun in my apartment with my girlies, literally living with my two best friends, but then the pressure of money comes up. I had manifested a big lump sum to move to Chicago with, and now I was like, shit, I'm watching the money dwindle, and I haven't really fully embodied the trust that I'm the operant power and wealth is always flowing to me effortlessly, right? So I was like, well, I gotta get serious and I really gotta figure out how to make some money so I don't get evicted and I don't like lose my perfect life. Suddenly there was a lot to lose, right? It wasn't like when I was living with my parents and there was nothing to lose. Then I was a fucking wizard because I had no stress. Then I have bills to pay. Different story, Miss Girl. And so that's why, like, as much as I joke around about level 1 bitches and whatever, I really feel for you. It's because I was really stressed out in that time of my life. And, like, I'm not about to cry. I'm just, this sneeze is happening. Like, it was really hard. I was stressed about money, but ultimately, I had this fundamental belief also, like deep down, had really no reason to believe this except for the fact that I've never been homeless before. I knew my bills, they always get paid. It might be a day or so late. I might need to beg my landlord for an extension. I might need to ask my mom for money, right? But the bills always eventually get paid. So sometimes a new client would swoop in and I would pay all the bills and I'd be like, I love the Lord. I love manifesting. But then like, I still wasn't in my operant power. So it still felt like, okay, God just kind of throws me money sometimes. I have nothing to do with it. Well, what's the thought error there? Anyone can guess in the comments? I'm God. I'm sourcing here. I'm sourcing here. So what the fuck am I thinking? What the fuck am I thinking, right? Here's the thing. If I tell you all that and you were very dysregulated in your nervous system, like I was, if you would have told me what I just told you back in the day, I would have been like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. Stop gaslighting me. Don't you know I have bills to pay? Don't you know my life is on the line? But I think the reason I was able to ultimately manifest really great things for myself, including getting a job that consistently paid my bills. Oh, hi, the bug. Is because I knew deep down, and I had no reason to believe this except for just the faith and power of manifestation that I had seen for years in my life, like maybe 4 years at the time. I was like, you know what? I deserve better, and I just decide that I'm still a gift to capitalism, and I'm going to get a job. And I got a job, no problem. And then from then on, I just kept getting new jobs, and from this time I started working in corporate to now, which is about total maybe 2 years, my salary has increased by about $15,000. And I work in just like a sales role. And that's just my base salary. Let's not talk about commission opportunities. So to go from making like basically just paying my bills paycheck to paycheck, but also manifesting side gig money, and finally I felt regulated. As soon as I got regulated in my job, it was February 2024, right? Then I started making a bunch of money. I started paying my bills, no problem, because literally before I got my job, I was just broken down. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not fucking living like not even paycheck to paycheck, but just month to month, hoping by the end of the month, I will figure out the money. I didn't want to live like that. I said, you know what? I'm going to humble myself to the corporate overlords. I'm going to get me a little job. And the job I got was fun, and I really liked it, and I was good at it, and I love sales, and I grew in sales. Like that. Ultimately, you could say all my financial struggles, that was my bridge, right? So if you feel woke enough to say, whatever shit I'm in right now, even though I'm dysregulated, this is my bridge. I have faith that I'm the operant power. Let's play. You should probably get up to here before we coach, but you can watch my videos. And if you're a good girl in the comments, I won't block you. And then eventually if you're up here, I really prefer for you to be here if we're going to be doing coaching, right? Right. Okay, so I think I pretty much hit like why it's so hard to manifest when you're dysregulated. It's because like this is some bullshit when you're dysregulated. Am I right? Smash that motherfucking like if I'm right. All right, so the next thing I wanted to show you, let's get to the good piece. I didn't want to do another hour-long video. I really like 30 to 40 minutes for me. Is the fun you get to have when you actually are in a higher frequency and how it manifests everything you fucking want all the time. So let that be your motivation. Get your finances in order. Get on your ADHD meds. If you're autistic, get the proper supports. You deserve it. I love you. I'm fucking crazy autistic ADHD TV in here. But because I take care of myself and I've gotten to a good place, I am like, it's my superpower, right? It's not at all a weakness to me. So, and also, I did want to talk a little bit about, if you are feeling fine, but you want to get to fun, I'm not saying you got to be a fucking spiritual, wizard over here to coach with me or whatever, but say you're feeling fine. And also you're having fun watching the videos, right? So you're like, I've been feeling fine, but then I watched Eve's videos and this bitch is fun. I really like watching her videos and the ideas that she's sharing. I'm like, I haven't really heard this kind of approach before. She's really creative with her little metaphors. It's really clicking with my neurospicy brain. You know what? I'm interested to play in this. And the key word is play. Play. Coaching. Spiritual work needs to be about play. Because remember, fun things don't manifest because you're good at manifesting. They don't manifest because you're digging around in your past for all the fucking tea to clock and all the virus brain thoughts you could possibly find, right? If you watch my videos and you have reading comprehension, you can use your brain, you would understand that, right? Level 1 bitches who died in a lobotomy did not, right? And so that's the level 2 bitches, level 2 baddies. We can be bitches too, it's fine. Level 2 bitch baddies. Bad bitch baddies. Yeah. What should we call ourselves, the level 2 baddies? Do you like level 2 baddies? Vote in the comments. My clients will come to me and they're like, I don't really have a question or a problem. I just want a kiki. I like you. Kiki in the comments. Let's kiki about the success and what you want, right? That's why manifestation happens, because now we can play. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you a little bit. You've been good. You've been a good girl. You've been a good girl. So I'll tell you a little bit about like the kind of play that me and my clients get to have, and like that you can start having, because I'm so nice and I don't gatekeep. I'll just tell you exactly, what we've been up to. And if you want to do this on a more personal level, then like, let me know. You have like a lot of homework. You have a lot of videos to watch, but then let me know. Okay. So then anyway, like one of the things, for example, is I have like clients that are coming in and they're like, a lot of that toxic dating advice on TikTok just doesn't really seem to be resonating anymore. Now that I'm seeing who I thought was my SP or a guy I have a crush on or my ex, now that I'm seeing him as my husband, it doesn't really feel right to do a lot of the things I knew before, like being cold, or like being a bitch to him to teach him a lesson, or things like that. And they're able to say, my virus brain is offering me thoughts like, what if he doesn't text me back? Or what if I need to like prove myself in some way? Or what if he's telling me that he's working hard for me to provide for us, but he's not actually working that hard. But then even in the same breath, they're like, wait, that's the virus, right? And then I just echo it back and I'm like, okay, first of all, good job clocking the T. Like, as soon as you remembered you're the operant power, the question disappeared. The question went away. And that's another thing. If you're down here off the board of nervous system regulation, you're going to have a lot of questions. Go to therapy. Ask ChatGPT. I realize there's actually on YouTube now, this is the future, there's a little AI thing where you can ask questions. Ask that first, okay? Ask that the questions. Because my coaching is not tutoring for understanding my material and understanding the law of assumption. The people that come into my world and watch my videos and enjoy them and coach with me for fun and get results are the ones that already, they're like, I know all this already. I know this already. And I am good at this sometimes. And you've shown me a new level of locking the fuck in and a new level of play and fun about it, because most of the coaches on YouTube are yelling at me, nonstop. But you only yell at the level 1 bitches. You see me in my intelligence. That's another thing. Think about marketing. Most people on YouTube are marketing to the general masses, which is level 1 bitches, okay? I remembered I have millions of subscribers, but I'm fully happy. I don't think this is the truth. I don't assume this, but if it means I have less than millions of subscribers and I only have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but they're all level 2 bitches, I would much rather prefer that versus an audience full of level 1 bitches, right? Like, am I right? I've been having a lot of reflections about how to keep this channel fun and how to keep my business, my business that I suddenly have fun, and my content fun. And I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna not have fun, right? And so you should take that as your lesson that to do in anything. You're like, how can I have fun with this? How can I script the most delicious date so that he feels how sexy I am on the date in the 4D as I'm visualizing it? And he texts me and he asks me on it. That's how we play, right? Or with my client that was telling me I don't like the old toxic advice. Like, I haven't talked to him in like a week, and I kind of, I'm sitting here trying to manifest a text from him. I'm like, how to manifest a text from him? Text him first. Y'all have never heard such a thing. This is mind-blowing because this is how I think. That's your husband. Why would you not text him? Are you afraid to text your husband? It's fucking weird. Why do you have to be cold and use dating tactics from TikTok that are designed to like attract avoidant people? Why would you want that with your husband? It's your husband. He loves you. He's obsessed with you. I had a client literally, when I reflected that back to her, because she already realized halfway through her voice note her own tea. That's another thing about coaching. Even just saying it to the coach, whoever it is, is gonna up level you because you're like, what did I just say? Let me listen to that back. That's why I do telegrams, so we do voice notes instead of just a call where you black out the whole fucking time, right? No, we're gonna do it a little bit at a time, one question at a time, really marinate, and one fun sandcastle at a time, right? And like, as long as you come in into any video, any question, any coaching session with like, my virus brain is offering this. I know this is not who I am because I'm the operant power. But that's the thing with dating content. There's not a lot of people talking about dating in a way where you see your SP. I don't even use that word. I just put it in the titles for SEO. It's just clickbait, I swear. I don't even use the word. People, like, I talk about my husband because he's my husband, and people are like, they forget that like I'm still in the unfolding. I'm technically not legally married quite yet. And they're like, I keep forgetting. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, my husband, my man's. I love my man, I love this about him. I'm so excited, I love him so much. We're in the perfect unfolding. This is our love story. Isn't that way more fun than like, am I the operant power though? Because I don't want it, coaching is boring if we're just like, I'm like, hey, you're the operant power. And you're like, am I though? I don't know what to tell you. Everything you decide is true is true. That's just what we have to shake hands on. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't, right? So, I've had lots of experience coaching. And I'm realizing in my past experience coaching, like in the 3 years I did it before I decided to get a job, that like, and that's the thing, I had to take any client, I had to take anybody. This is a good business video too, by the way, if you're a coach. Like, I had to take any client because I had to fucking feed myself and pay the rent. And so I would have level one, like, now what I understand now is level one bitches, and I would be trying to tell them, you have manifestation powers, you can grow your business right now. Would you like to visualize the results that you are into, that you want? And they're like, no, I want you to tell me what's wrong with me so I can fix it and I can make money. I'm like, but what am I going to do? Fire the client? I got bills to pay. But now I already have my perfect job. I'm in a perfect career. My career is growing. Like, if the whole YouTube and all this disappeared, I would still be a fucking badass career-ass bitch. That's the thing. So I've decided I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep my YouTube and my coaching so fun. Like, that's how I sounded my coaching. You're telling me, like, oh, he just texted me this, and I'm like, here's why that's even better than you think it is. And also, you know what mental image I just got? He literally just got hard because he thought about you, and you sent that text. And then, if you're in that place where you're like, I'm a little nervous to text him first, I'll be like, let's draft the juiciest text that's gonna drive him fucking insane and have him endlessly devoted to you. That's much more fun. See how fun it is? It's, when Bug comes to the set that we're having fun is because dogs and animals are attracted to good vibes. Yes. So, I hope you enjoyed your post-lobotomy follow-up. Let me know in the comments. Did you survive? Or did I forget to block you? Did I not see your comment? And let me know. Where are you at in your nervous system, right? I honestly, you guys have been begging me for the nervous system regulation video. And here's the thing, I have done 70,000 different things over the past 6 years to regulate my nervous system, from way off the board up to, I would say I'm here. This is my dominant state. Everything I do is so fun. My job is fun, my husband is fun, like, my coaching is fun, my YouTube is fun, my dog is fun, my life is fun, my apartment, my condo is fun. I'm a homeowner, right? I started making money in my corporate job. I was a homeowner within 5 months. I had gone from struggling to pay rent to being a homeowner in 5 fucking months. That's how powerful this shit is, okay? I'm a fucking homeowner. I'm a princess. I'm the daughter of the king. So let my stories be the testimony that this shit fucking works. This shit will change your life. Oh my God. When you lock the fuck in, when you lock the fuck in. Did you like my video? Let me know in the comments. I love you so much, and I will see you at your next appointment, Miss Girl.